But we're not living in the past. The second reason I'm glad to focus back is that we're back on product and I have a great story to tell. Our future pipeline is very strong and everybody's committed to delivering that. And that's a major factor for our recovery and transformation plan. You know, we've talked to you before about our 20 new products and our 13 refresh vehicles that we'll be bringing out between 2007 and 2009. And with Cerberus, we're moving forward for them to purchase 80.1% of our company. They've been totally involved in the product plan. They're very, very supportive of what we're doing in our pipeline, and it's going to be a great relationship. And the story regarding fuel economy is to continue to get better. Now, our ongoing relationship with Daimler will continue. They will maintain a 19.9% ownership of Chrysler, and they're going to be a very important asset to me in the product development side. While we continue to look for diesels and fuel cells in that market, they provide a lot of that technology. Back in February, as part of our recovery and transformation plan, we announced that we would make a $3 billion powertrain investment. And that's going to focus on fuel economy improvements all across our board, whether it's a Dodge, a Chrysler, or a Jeep vehicle. Now today I'm going to give you an update on the key points of our powertrain offensive, as well as touch on a variety of powertrain and vehicle fuel efficiency attributes that we're working on, including a bigger push into diesels and hybrids, which we think are finally going to gain some, poised to gain some favor in the American market, especially something I've been talking about for a long time, and that's diesels. Over the next 5 to 10 years in North America, I'm confident that we're going to see a diesel increase to a market share of about 10 to 15%. Let's start with the World Engine, which delivers premium features, world-class technology, improved fuel economy. We've talked about this many times in the past, whether it's the aluminum engine or variable valve timing, and looking ahead, it's a direct injection capable motor. Now the good news is we have sufficient volume and capacity for more of these great engines, which are already powering vehicles like the Dodge Caliber, the Avenger, Chrysler Sebring, the Sebring Convertible, and the Jeep Compass and Patriot. Now we're delivering on the demand of these quality four-cylinder engines by evidence that in the Chrysler Sebring that we launched last fall, 73% of the buyers are choosing the 2.4-liter World Engine. So this was a strategic thing we also took forward when we brought the Sebring out, was to make sure we could have the premium level featured vehicle, the Limiteds and things like that, available with very fuel efficient engines, and the customers taking to that very well. You're also driving vehicles powered by a brand new 4.7-liter engine. The new 4.7-liter is more fuel efficient, up to 5% better. It greatly improves power and performance. These improvements come from the 4.7-liter V8 that has 2 spark plugs per cylinder, an increased compression ratio, improved cylinder-to-head port flow, and a new combustion system. Now, we've talked about this. If you had a chance to drive the 4.7, it's pretty impressive. I'm extremely pleased where that product came out. We ended up with 30% more increase in horsepower, 10% increase in torque over the same 4.7-liter engine. And the other important part, like the engine it replaces, it's an E85 flex fuel capable motor. A very important part of our ongoing flexible fuel initiatives. So the improvements in the 4.7 comes from a significant revisions to the induction system, lightweight piston and rod assembly, and reduced accessory drive noise through lower accessory drive speed. Engine smoothness and idle is enhanced with the new cam design and valve lash adjuster system. And we've also added electronic throttle control to the new 4.7. So you got to get out there and drive it. It's in the Aspen, it's in the Dakota, it's in the Durango, and it's in the Ram, as well as on the Jeep side and the Commander and the Grand Cherokee. So I've touched on the 4-cylinder, told you half the story of our V8. And while I'm not going to go into significant detail, I can tell you for the 2009 model year, we're going to deliver a significantly upgraded version of our renowned 5.7-liter Hemi. It too will see significant gains in fuel economy, refinement, horsepower, and torque. So stay tuned for this one. Okay, so that covers the 4 cylinders. And the 8, let's talk about V6s. You recall that in our first key point in our powertrain offensive announcement was a family of new V6 engines that will join the Chrysler lineup in 2010. It will also feature an aluminum die-cast block, dual variable valve timing, 2-stage oil pumps, and more. And in fact, what we expect is a 6 to 8% fuel economy improvement over our current family of V6s for this new motor.